Hello, everybody. It's July 4th. Happy July 4th. I have really enjoyed celebrating it. Our family's been celebrating it for the last 3 days, and it has been great. It is July 4th, 2026. This is the 250th year of the anniversary of our country. And if you're patriotic and you love your country like our family does, then you are celebrating it to the max. We're so glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. Well, it's 105 degrees, actual degrees. That's not the heat index. That's how hot it is outside. So I'm inside today. Donald's out there weed eating, piddling around out in the yard doing things that he wants to do. And I'm like, no way, it's too hot out there for me. So I thought I'd just open up the camera and talk to y'all a little bit. I finally got that shelf that's there in the entryway decorated. Now, it's not real boom chicka boom like I wanted it to be. I really wanted it to be jazzed up over there. But this is what I got for this year. I've got the sunflowers for the summer with some flags tucked in. I've got the birdhouse. I left it there, and it's got a little Betsy Ross flag decoration hanging on its door. And then I've got the duck that I've just got recently from Home Goods, and the swan that I've had for years. I've got that blue cobalt vase. I was going to put flags in it, but then it would just seem like a little bit too much. And then that container that's got our copies of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of the USA, and the Bill of Rights. If you're a citizen of America, then you know how much those mean to us. Very important. That's what our government's based on. And those things are precious. So I included them in my decor. I got them off of Amazon. You can buy them just in a little tube like this. And I'm just going to store them in my 4th of July stuff and pull them out and decorate with them every year. Now those, the print on those are so tiny, you can't actually read the print. I've got the little books. This one's about the American flag. That's my gift card. Whoop. This is the American flag. I bought this at an antique store when I was with my friend. Really like it. Here is the Constitution of the United States of America, the Declaration of Independence. And it's got the We the People, a cute little book, only $9.99 through Amazon. And then all of the others I'm going to order separately. This one's got the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. I just need the Bill of Rights. And I'll have those in form, and of course you can read those. I decorate with them, but you can also teach your children about the history of our country, because it seems to be not being taught the same way it was when we were growing up in school. So you can purchase those on Amazon and take the responsibility and let your children know. I've been reading them to my grandchildren. It is indeed July 4th, and we are just enjoying the holiday. Very hot. We've had fireworks from the town. They went on for about 15 minutes. I've got that video. I'm going to publish it separately in case there's people that don't want to see fireworks. They don't have to watch them. But I enjoyed them. I was out on the back deck by myself this year. Donald had prior obligations, and so he was there, but he sure did hate that he missed them. They were great this year. They were longer than they've ever been. They were spectacular. They were red, white, and blue, and it was a real joy to watch them. Now, I'm inside where it's cool because that's where I need to be right now. My grandbabies are at the beach. They're at home enjoying 4th of July. Some of them are with friends, and they're all doing the things that they want to do. I have been in here putting up the herbs that I had drying on my drying rack. When Donald and I harvested the mullein this year, we cleaned off all of the other herbs that were drying here, and we hung up our mullein so it could be drying and processing for the year. So it is now hanging here on the drying rack, and I have processed what I had hanging on this side, and it was quite a bit. I got the dried goldenrod, which I keep. I always have a lot of goldenrod. This is a little container, easily accessible, and I still hadn't gone through my container from last year. So I use the oldest first. This is Cleaver. I use this to make an ointment for the skin, especially for poison oak and rashes. And this is a Cleaver tincture of, it's an oil infusion. I'm sorry. I had considered making a tincture, but I ended up making a Cleaver oil infusion. So I got all those started today. I got all of these processed. This is white clover. That makes a really good tea. And it's also good. It smells wonderful. It's also good in ointments. This is passion flower, Cleaver, lemon balm, peppermint, dandelion leaf and root, lemon balm. Most of these will be used for tea. Some will be used for salves. Quite a bit of lemon balm. So I have all of this that I got processed off of my drying rack from just the last few months. Now I've got 2 little bundles of mullein that my brother-in-law wanted me to pull up and use. He didn't want to waste it when I went up there to help him, work on his flower garden, or basically just tell him where things go. And then I got some lemon balm here that I've got to clean up. Some of it looks a little dark brown here. I'm just going to cut that out, and then I'll save the rest of it. But this is the last little bit that I've got to process right here. And then I'll be done with those herbs for a while. Now, as I process these herbs, I got little snippets that go everywhere because I hand cut them. So I'll be cleaning that up. I got to get the vacuum cleaner up and get all that up. I'm going to go ahead and cut the water on for a cup of tea. I got Shake Your Sparkler Out cup today. Woo-hoo, shake it, shake it, shake it. Kids love sparklers, don't they? So much fun. My son came and brought several packs of fireworks that he bought from Sam's Club, him and his son. His son's birthday is real close to the 4th, so he uses that to celebrate the birthday of America and also to celebrate his son's birthday. So we had a blast with that. They were setting off those fireworks last night. And I got this Harney & Sons. I ordered this off of Amazon because it was such a great price. This is really good tea. Real good if you are a tea drinker and you like tea. This right here, it really does it. And you can see the ingredients are, see if we can get it to focus. They're just black tea. That's all it says right here. Black tea. Let me take my hand away. Maybe it'll focus on it. But it's black tea. So not a whole bunch of anything added to it, but really a good tea to drink. Is excellent. So I'm going to make a cup of tea this morning before I get started on all the rest of the cleaning up from the processing of the herbs. I can hear Donald's out there weed eating. You know, most people just celebrate. I've got to smell this. You know, most 4th of July celebrations are cookouts and fireworks. And a lot of people do that in the evening. They don't do that in the morning. So Donald wanted to spend his morning out here working in the yard. That's what he loves to do. I've shared with you before, he loves to mow the yard, to weed eat, and to do whatever needs to be done out there. Now, I have done the necessary thing. I got out and watered the tomatoes. My tomatoes in my little vegetable garden were looking really pitiful, I'm telling you. But I got out there. I've been having to water them 2 times a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. So I've really had to do that. Get out there and make sure they've got water. And those hanging baskets that I made, the sun is really taking a toll on the impatiens that I put in there. The impatiens have not held up to the heat. Well, it's triple digits. It's hot. It's been a heat wave this week for about 3 or 4 days. It's been extremely, extremely hot. So those impatiens that I put out there, you know, they can take full sun, but they like a little bit of shade. I didn't have any shade. They're just baking out there, and they didn't make it. The petunias, the sweet potato vines, the ivy, and those things are doing well, so they're holding up, but the rest, no. But I'm still watering those twice a day too, even with the water saving crystals and the diaper that I put in the bottom to hold moisture in the soil. It's still been really dry with that much heat. There are things that have scalded. The elderberry bushes have sun scald on them. Can you believe it? Well, I'll show you that when I show you a tour of the vegetable garden, which probably will not be today. Today I'm just showing you what I'm doing inside and showing you what I'm keeping myself busy with, because I'm not going out in the heat today. I'm giving myself a break from the heat, the triple digit heat. It was 103 yesterday. I didn't have children yesterday. I've had a little vacation, a little break, and I went to work with my husband. And when I went to work with him, it was 103 outside. Can you believe it? Now, I didn't have to work. I just rode with him while he worked. But I got to get out and go with him, and I like to do that anyway, just to see where he's at and just to see what he does and spend time together. So we really enjoyed our Friday. Today is Saturday, July 4th, and it'll be July 4th all day long, so we'll have little celebrations off and on, and I'll get some things done because I'm in here by myself. But I did want to talk with you. The kids, everybody's been having a wonderful time. We've been in touch through Messenger, just messaging each other back and forth, and that's been a good experience that we've been able to talk with them. The kitties are in here staying cool. Sonny's just king of the mountain on top of the books. Look how precious that is. He's covering his little face because I'm talking. Cookie is fine too. He's downstairs where it's cooler, and he's also sleeping on the mountain, so he's doing good too. They don't often sleep together. Sometimes they do, but not as often. They're getting along good. Our two little old men cats, they're just fitting right in and being happy together. I had a Google pop-up of the best of this month, and I tell you, that video was really heart-touching. It showed some really good videos all of the month of June, which was great to see. I wanted to share that with you, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. But when I figure that out, maybe I'll get to share it with you. But it was just a whole group of pictures that they had put together of all the best highlights of June, and it was really heart-touching this morning. So I enjoyed watching that, and I've just been in here processing these herbs and trying to get some stuff that I need to get done. If you've been around my channel, you know there is no perfection. I'm not a perfectionist. There is no perfection. I used to be a perfectionist, but I freed myself of that thinking after going through some severe illnesses and different things. I decided that I no longer was going to pursue perfection, because after decades of doing it, it never really got me anywhere, okay? It's unachievable. So I don't strive for perfection anymore. I just do the best that I can do every day while I'm on this journey down here until I really go home. So that's what my channel is about. It's just actually living life, and I don't clean it up too much. Sonny's decided to talk to me because he thinks I'm talking to him. Now, I got a little hack because of allergies. But I am going to enjoy my tea, and it'll soothe my throat and help a little bit. Now, I'll be glad to get all these herbs done. These here are the last, and I saved them to last because I've got to do some picking. I've got to pick this brown out of this lemon balm, and I'll just have to pick through this since I harvested the whole thing, and it was on a day out in the field when I was working in my brother-in-law's garden, or I was just out there trying to tell him, where I would put certain things, and he did a great job. They actually did the labor themselves. I was just kind of coordinating it. But this mullein I pulled straight out of the ground, and You can see there's a little bit of dried stuff on it. I did wash it out there. Since I harvested this whole, this mullein right here, I did wash it off with the water hose out there as I harvested it, but I wanted to just brush over it a little more with a little paintbrush like this. I just wanted to get in there and make sure there's no soil stuck on anything in here. Kind of like you do mushrooms. This is already dry. I've already washed it. I'm not going to wet it now that it's dried, ready to use. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that there's no dirt stuck anywhere on here. And I got this little one too, so I'll brush in there and make sure they're good and clean before I process them. They just needed a little additional processing beyond what I normally do. That's the reason I have these still out. Now you can see that it wasn't spread out real good, so there's a little bit of white mold right there. I'm not going to use these 2 leaves. I'll pick through them and make sure that they're good. That's a first year mullein, and this one for sure is a first year mullein. Mulleins are biennials. They have a little rosette plant the first year, and then that long stalk with all those leaves grow out the second year. So these are first year rosettes that were in his flower bed. We didn't want to waste them. We wanted to harvest them and use them. My personality is not to do one thing at a time. It's to do 10 things at a time. And it has been that way ever since I can remember. So I can focus on one thing to get it done, but in general, I have 10 things going at all times. And as I age, I'm finding that that's not as necessary as it used to be. So I'm trying to slow down in that area, do one thing and do it well, and in a timely manner when it needs to be done. And so I'm working on all of that stuff, and that goes right in with things not being perfect. They don't always get done when I would like them. Sometimes I'm waiting around and I'm not getting things done in the time that I would like to, because there's more important things that take precedence. That's just how it is. No matter how much I try, it seems like I have to focus on the few things that I've got going on to do them well, rather than to spread myself so thin. Now, my friends were talking about that as we age. Why is it like that? Why is it that we can only get 1 or 2 things done a day when we used to do 5, 10 things, and we're still as active? We're going all day long, but it's just taking us longer to get things done. Is that because we've learned to pay more attention to detail and to do things better? Or why? Why is it taking so long? Why can we only get 2 things done when we used to get 10 things done a day? I don't know, but I've noticed it in aging. If you've noticed that, if you're any age, let me know how things are going for you. If you're young, are you still getting 10 things done? If you're middle-aged, are you slowing down any? Are you doing all of the things and doing them very good? And if you're older, you know, you're heading down the other slope, whether you're at the top of it or middle of it or later, just let me know how it's going for you. I'm interested in that subject. I'm interested in the fact that as you get older, are you just slowing down and appreciating what you're doing more? Are you enjoying life? I certainly am doing that. I'm enjoying life more. I'm enjoying people. I love my grown children. I love my daughter-in-laws and my son-in-law, and I love my grandchildren. So I'm just enjoying people, my friends, my family. They mean more to me as I get older, and so I'm just trying to figure out time management as it's changed a little bit, how much I can get done in the course of a day. And so that just depends on my day and what I have going on. I'm just curious if anybody else is noticing a shift and trying to adjust that in their life. It's a major life change. to have limited energy and limited time. That's just something that I'm dealing with today in July. On July 4th, I'm like, I only have this little window of time. How much can I get done? So I'm working on those things today inside. I'll probably go outside. I'll definitely go outside and water later when it cools off. Donald's out there mowing in the heat of the day. It's 1 o'clock and he's out there mowing. And I cannot manage Donald. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. I can offer up my recommendation, but that don't mean he's going to take it. He's out there doing exactly what he wants to do. I did send him out with a glass of ice water. We have a case of Gatorade, sugar-free Gatorade. And I told him, I said, come in when you need to. Take a break when you need to. Don't stay out there and have a heat stroke on me on 4th of July, right? So hopefully he will listen. I am going to store these herbs up, clean up the mess that I made in processing these herbs. That's something I've got done today, and I'm really glad. I'm really glad that that's done for the year. Now those herbs will be good all year, and I'll be using them in different things. We really use our herbs here. We actually incorporate them into our life. There's room for them at every process, and we use them. Our herbs and all the things that we use for medicinal purposes. And so that takes time and energy, and sometimes it makes a mess, but it's well worth it. It's a whole year's worth of processing. Now, I'm not doing much cooking with it as hot as it is. We're eating cool stuff like tuna salad, chicken salad, different things like that. Something you can get in the kitchen and whip up and not have to heat up your kitchen. Now, Donald will grill out some. And, we're even giving ourselves a little bit of grace and going out and eating when we're together, instead of me just doing all the cooking or him grilling out. We're just going out a little bit. It's just two of us. And sometimes it's easier to make that decision. It's a lot more expensive, but sometimes it's just easier to say, let's just go grab something to eat, right? Well, I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea. I'm going to shake my sparkler today. It's the 4th of July. My Horny and Sons Darjeeling tea is a real treat. It's a pick-me-up for me. It's mildly caffeinated. Let's see if we can show how much caffeine is in here. It tells you right on the back. Briskness, body, aroma. It usually tells you the caffeine level. And I love that. Right there it is. It's 40 to 60 milligrams per cup. So it's got a little bit of caffeine in it. Not as much as coffee would have. But it's wonderful that they'll let you know the amount of caffeine that's in a cup, so that you can kind of adjust that if you're caffeine sensitive. I am caffeine sensitive, but it's okay because I don't drink a lot of it. I kind of keep a hand on the pulse of how much I'm actually drinking. But this Darjeeling is a real treat. It's a good tea. I'll try to include my link for Horny and Sons down there if you haven't tried it yet. Now this I ordered through Amazon. Actually, I do order a lot of tea. Once a month I order from Horny and Sons because their sales and their deals and their new stuff comes out, and I'm an avid tea drinker. I can't resist it. So I will go to their website and check out and see all the new stuff. And of course they send you offers. If you sign up with Horny and Son, they'll send you money-saving offers at different times. And then of course I act on those because I want to try it. But this one actually was at a great deal through Amazon. And the Amazon delivery, look, my tin is beat up a little bit. They put it in my mailbox. You can see some little dents in my tin. Usually I don't get that through Horny and Sons. They come packaged so well. My tin has never been dented. But yesterday, When I got this Harney & Sons tea through Amazon because it was such a great deal. I saved like $6 buying it through Amazon, so of course I did that because this is a budget-friendly show, and I'm a budget-friendly person, and if you know, you know. If I can save $1, I will, and so especially if I can save even more. But I order it through Amazon, and then my tin is a little dented up. But this is not a perfect world, and I'm not expecting perfection today. Those little dents in this tin is not going to hinder me from enjoying this wonderful tea inside of it. I'll be enjoying this tea. Little dents in my tin or not. This smells so good, looks so good. It's absolutely beautiful. And when I put these in the compost, I cut this little bag and just empty my tea into my little compost container in there in the kitchen. And I throw this little plastic thing away, so I don't throw my little plastic in the compost pile. I just take the tea out of it. It's just a minor step. It's no big deal. And I love the way that little mesh infuses the tea. I like the little tea bags. Well, I'm going to get off here and enjoy my tea. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. Do whatever makes you feel great. If it's just staying inside piddling, if it's laying out in the sun by the pool or going down the river or out on the lake, whatever is happy for you. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. I hope you celebrate it to the max because it's worth celebrating. And I'm glad that you're here. And I hope that you come back. Remember to do all the YouTube things, all the things. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All of those things. Remember to do all those things for me. It helps my small channel out a lot. And I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. And like always, until next time.